yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I do think that works, Andrea Cattaneo. I know my co-host thinks that works. You are on mute, Sean. We see you, but you are muted. I think he's telling me to go for it because he's going to be listening to these introductions that are coming. So warm welcome to Andrea and Judy Katz, Heart of Influence. And first, coming from Palomino, New York, a lawyer, business coach, helping startups negotiate better investment terms with potential investors and clients, has spoken at multiple festivals and global events, originally from Colombia, and has supported businesses and NGOs across Latin America, Europe, Africa, Central Asia, and the U.S. Let's welcome Estefania Palomino. And Sean, this is a fun one. So, Estefina. I got it right? I still not get it right?
No,
Estefania, right? Huh?
Estefania.
How am I not getting that right? Estefina.
You're leaving out an I.
Estefina.
Stefania.
Okay. Estefina. All right. So Estefina, as Andrea said, is we kick this show off with a fun fact. It is a headline fun fact, not a story fun fact, as something that would make us go, Estefina. No way. Did I get it?
Estefania.
I know, you guys. I have a disability, so it really is a disability, and it is a struggle, especially with that many vowels. So I'm so sorry.
Estefania. How are
yes,
you?
My co-host got it. Over to you, Sean.
Estefania.
Yes.
Does that ring bells for you? Estefania. We have you?
Yes.
Beautiful.
She is here.
Got you.
I'm here.
You're here.
Thank you.
Estefania is in the building. Bella Marina. Yay! Estefania is here. My blindness, your dyslexia, sub headlines to Estefania's presence. Your fun fact, Estefania.
Yes. Thank you for trying. For dealing with.
Thank you. I want to cry. I'm sorry that I can't get it. Like, it really is. Sometimes it's very difficult. So I apologize.
No worries.
Love you.
So yeah, fun fact. Other than my business and social impact endeavors, I also enjoy music, and I'm a trained classical flute player. I used to play in quartets and also big symphonic orchestras. So that's something that I really enjoy.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Outstanding. That is beautiful. Thank you, Estefania. Bella, who is going to follow Estefania?
Following Fanina.
I'll go.
Fania.
It is next from Orlando, Florida, an award-winning third-generation attorney who has survived burnout and 5 near-death experiences. Also, an award-winning writer, speaker, trainer, and movie producer specializing in mental and emotional wellness, frequently asked to speak at national conventions, sharing insights into the brain and wellness, as well as turning stress into success. Let's welcome to the show, Sir James Gray Robinson.
Sir James, welcome to Andrea and Judy's Heart of Influence, and please, your fun fact.
I'll be receiving an award in London in November as Man of the Year for a humanitarian organization called Men with Heart. And I'll also be receiving an award with my wife, who we will be getting the Couple of the Year for a similar endeavors. And we're so excited that we can go to London and be recognized and also continue on this work where we're helping change the world.
Awesome. So James, thank you for the impact you're creating. Congratulations. And we're going to have a little bit of fun today, maybe even an inch, a millimeter towards changing the world. Bella, Sir James is here. Let's go.
James is here. Next up from New York, New York, creator of perfume for iconic brands Tiffany, Burberry, Avon, Trish, Trish, there we go, and A-list top celebrities, writer, author, speaker, and has helped 250 people regain their sense of smell from COVID. Whoa, that's amazing. Let's welcome to the show, Sue Phillips.
Sue, welcome to the Heart of Influence.
Unmute.
Thank you for your impact.
You're coming
And
to
please,
through
your
2
fun fact.
audios now, Sean. Your computer's been unmuted.
Perfect.
Yeah, Sue, please, your fun fact.
Oh, just unmute for us, Sue. Sue is looking for that unmute button. There, you just had it, and then you just remuted.
Okay, there we go. Hi. Fun fact. Well, I'm from South Africa. I have been in America longer than I'm a South African, so I am an African American. And, and I wrote my book called The Power of Perfume. And through my passion and perseverance for perfume, I've actually helped hundreds of people regain their sense of smell from COVID and anosmia. And I've also been thrilled to have created fragrances for iconic brands, Tiffany, Burberry, Avon, Trish McEvoy, as well as very top A-list celebrities, Jamie Foxx, Katie Holmes in there. I always say that perfume is the signature of your soul. I create magical fragrance experiences drop by drop.
Well, welcome with your South African American-ness, and thank you for the heart-centered, profound approach, Sue, to fragrance and impact. So thank you for being here.
And happy
Team, if
birthday
you
to
raise my-
Judy.
Oh, thank you. And if you could raise my volume, team, that would be amazing. Somehow, Ghostbusters has taken control of our technology today. It's fascinating. So team, raise my volume so I can hear it louder. It's not being controlled here. Bella Frida, who's next?
Next up from New York, New York, a tea leaf reader and professional coach since high school, has read for celebrities, even for children and grandchildren of original clients. With a degree in psychology, wrote a book on how children are affected by the power of life experiences, deeply affected family dynamics even before they were born, to bring awareness to the issue of affected children that is unspoken by so many. Let's welcome to the show, Rita Batat.
Rita, welcome to the Heart of Influence, and please, your fun fact.
You. Well, my degree is in psychology, but since my 20s, I've taught children with learning disabilities and all, but my main thing in life, my main love in life, and what I've been doing is tea leaf reading. And I do it for individuals as well as events. I also wrote the book, Replacement Children, The Unconscious Script, because nobody was addressing what happens to children if they're born after the death of another child in the family, or they're living with a child who has issues, or they're adopted. So we have all kinds of original interviews, as well as people who are famous, like Princess Diana, who she was a replacement child. So I've done that. I've worn many hats, and it's been a lot of fun doing tea leaf readings because I've been able to fix up couples who got married. One of my couples early on.
I am thinking Andrea did not give great directions on the headline fun fact versus the story fun fact.
Yeah.
Rita, I am so sorry for that interruption, but we have so many people here today. We want to make sure that we get to everyone. So if we could keep those to a headline fun fact so that we can get to everyone. I'm so sorry to interrupt. We always get tested on this, and I was giving Andrea a hard time. This is how we get tested. Like, did we give good directions or did we not? And sometimes I fail also. But Rita, we're going to come back to that if we could.
Oh, no problem.
Awesome. Next, from South Gibson, PA, a speech accent coach helping non-native English speakers advance their career and personal goals through clear, confident, authentic speech, private pilot, self-proclaimed adventure enthusiast, and a certified American Speech Language Hearing Association, 20 plus years in speech language pathology, dedicated to helping people communicate effectively. Let's welcome to the show, Miss Linda Nelson.
Linda, thank you. And if you have one headline of the most common pattern that you would support people with for more effective communication, Linda, what would that headline be?
Wow. It's funny because, so this is not a fun fact, right, Sean?
Yeah, we'll come to your fun fact, but I love what you do, and please, and then we'll get your fun fact.
So the one thing
I think he wants me to take something away, Linda, on how I can communicate better.
So the one takeaway is that I learned over the years that learning the intonation of the language you're learning is more important than pronunciation, than vocabulary. So for instance, a heavily accented, if you would say a person speaking American English, if they use the intonation pattern of American English, they will be more clearly understood. And I do use a different approach. I focus on intonation first, then a little bit of pronunciation. And so the takeaway is clear, confident speech, but by learning the melody of our language.
Love it. Fully aligned. And how, just for everybody's purposes, this is super valuable. How do you define intonation? I believe I know. I don't want to define it for you because you may have a different.
It's the melody and pattern of your speech. Where is the stress? For instance, American English is a stress-timed language, and there are syllable-time languages. So if you're speaking as an Indian speaker, one of many Indian languages, your rhythm typically goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And yet the American stereotypical broadcasters, American English or professional speaking is you start at an optimum pitch, you go up and you walk down a set of stairs. And when you end on that downward pitch, Sean, you come across as a more confident person.
So Linda.
Yes, Sean.
What can you say? It's critically valuable and important for people to understand intonation, so they can clearly and effectively have the life that they desire by causing. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes, yes, you are. And that will give that person the confidence to speak. So heavily accented people, you can see if they're trained in this going up and down pattern. And it's really important. I mean, it's different from us speaking at home where we're just, hey, you want to go to this, you want to go get pizza. Like it's like fast and quick and whatever. But professional speech, especially, you know, you need to end on that downward pitch. You need to have a pitch variety. So intonation is that space between your optimum pitch, your high, your low. It gives our voices excitement and authenticity, enthusiasm, and helps us project what it is that we really want to make the most meaningful point. So yes, I'm a
Like you just maintain as you were searching for the conclusion to that sentence, you maintain your certainty and intonation melody. Is that a fair encapsulation of what just happened?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
therefore it conveys such a sense of certainty and expertise, even if there's a moment of searching for the words. Fair?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. We could talk for the next like 9 years. Thank
Okay.
you. Love what you do in the world. And what's your fun fact?
My fun fact, actually, it was read, but at the age of 57, I became a private pilot.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So how
was a-
often do you fly, if at all?
I don't. When you become a pilot, you are a pilot for life. You just have to go and get, you know, not recertified even, just like re-upped by another pilot and who will sign off on it. But I was living in Florida. My parents were both very ill. I needed something, and I was a caregiver for them, and I needed something to take my mind off of all the day-to-day stress. And I found flying absolutely amazing. I learned how to fly. I've done so many solo flights. I've you know, had emergency landings. And I do think that goes to the heart of who I am, because when I start having self-doubt, Sean, my husband will even say, come on, you're a pilot. You know, like, come on, you could be a pilot, then why is this little thing getting in your way? So it's given me the tenacity to push through things that I don't know if I would have had. I've had a pretty strong personality, but becoming a pilot is just something so fun, and I absolutely love it. So typically now, Sean, I just fly with an instructor on my birthday just to have fun.
That's amazing. Congratulations. And thank you for all of your mastery.
Oh, and I also ski like you do. So yeah. So congratulations to you as well.
Thank you. Appreciate you for being here, and thank Judy and Andrea for this beautiful moment. Bella Verita, please, who else is here?
From New York City, life architect and strategist, executive coach and consultant, author, speaker, personal guide for over 20 years, co-creating, coaching, consoling, and supporting others on their mission and journey. Former Columbia Business School professor on coaching and supervision. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Susan Meyer.
Shall we refer to you as Dr. Susan, Dr. Myers? How shall we refer to you, Doctor?
Either just Susan or Dr. Susan. I like to get a little mileage out of spending all that money on the degree.
Amen. Dr. Susan, would have it no other way. Thank you. And please, Dr. Susan, your headline fun fact: roar, lions roar. Footnote, but Dr. Susan, please.
Okay. When I was a starving graduate student for the second time, getting a master's in counseling psychology, I won $10,000 on what was then the $20,000 pyramid and managed to live on that for a year.
You won the 20 or the pyramid, or you?
I did. When you won $10,000, you were done in those days. You didn't get to do another one.
That's amazing. I used to watch, I used to pretend I was sick and stay home from school to watch the pyramid. Maybe I saw you. Thank you for that. Bella Verita, if it all goes wrong, we're going to bet on this woman going on game shows. We've got this. Let's go.
Betting on her next.
Dr. Susan's got this.
And I'm
Dr.
just going to
Susan's
show
got
you
this.
because the titles were too long to put in, but that's one of the books.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, Dr. Susan. Thank you. Bella.
From New York, New York, previously the youngest PR director at MSG and PR director at NY March of Dimes, pivoted her career to books at the ripe old age of 65. Now 84, her birthday is today, is an amazing writer, promotion haven, and ghostwritten and published over 50 books. Let's welcome to her show, the birthday girl, Miss Judy Katz.
Oh my God. It's Judy's birthday. Judy, I kid you not when I say this. I mean this with all my heart. First of all, happy birthday. We love you.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah, and I relate to you as someone truly who is 60 years old. Like that, like I relate to Judy, and if that even offends you, I'm sorry, because you can be even younger.
No.
Like 60.
No, 60, I'll take it.
Yeah, but I mean that, like, and I can't remember, I can't see, but just be 60 because of your wisdom, mastery, your elegance, your eloquence, the magic that you bring, the queenness of Judy, right? And you're 24 years chronologically older than that. You're a remarkable Judy, and thank you for today. And please, happy birthday and your fun fact.
I'll inject a little sex. So my No. My fun fact is that at 14, I fell in love with Harry Belafonte when I saw him do Matilda. So many years passed, and I met Harry Belafonte. I have a big picture of me with Harry. I went into the room. He was alone, and I was talking to him, and I just stroked his arm, started to get a little lower, but I stopped there. And I said, I'm so sorry, Harry, you're just so damn beautiful. And he said, so are you. And just then the door opened and his wife, Julie, walked.
Oh,
You can't have it all. But anyway, that was a fun fact. I've met many celebrities in my life and worked with them. But let me tell you, Harry Belafonte, mwah.
Alanis Morissette, isn't it ironic? I will not have the line exactly, but it goes something like meeting the man of your dreams, then meeting his beautiful wife. So, Judy, that is amazing. We love and appreciate you for sure. Thank you, Judy Katz, for everything. Beloved, may you live another 100 years.
And may I help you write your best-selling book?
Yes, you may. And we're going to get this done for sure. And Judy, we've never been close to that. And I'm so thankful for all the beautiful things that you shared about your perspectives on us. And those feelings are beautifully mutual. And so fired up that you're here today on your birthday. Thank you for that, Judy. Bella, does that bring us to the other co-creator of today, executive producer of the Heart of Influence? Please.
That it does, from Nutley, New Jersey, the deal attorney, having led over 200 capital market transactions in the past 25 years, taking companies public in the 7 different ways to do it. 2 years out of law school, built $1 million solo practice from her basement as a single mom with 2 young daughters. Proudly serving for over a decade on the board of National Investment Banking Association, helping companies get connected to thousands of members and funding sources, executive producer of the Heart of Influence, general counsel and chief ecosystem officer at Callagy Law. Let's welcome to the show, Miss Andrea Cattaneo.
Miss Andrea Cattaneo. What can we say? 200 companies public? What? Like, think about that, folks. In the 7 different ways to take a company public, creating a multi-million-dollar law firm from her basement as a single mom, coming out of law school, the deal attorney. This woman is a magnet for humans, making magic happen, and she has taken her game to the next level. Andrea, please, your fun fact.
So to the confusion of some of my friends and peers and relatives, I gleefully left an equity partnership at an AmLaw 50 law firm with a pension to come here to change the world as general counsel, but most importantly, as executive producer of this show. And I could not be more grateful to be here and to have this opportunity to do what I do. So thank you, Sean. Thank you, Bella.
Love you, Andrea. Thank you. And so because we're behind on time, we're going to compress the next dynamic of Bella and I introducing each other. So let me introduce Bella in this super short version. Bella Verita went from a 1.7 GPA in high school to becoming Nevada's #1 business broker in a male-dominated industry at the age of 24 years old. She did it 3 straight years, 24, 25, 26. Had never been done before, let alone by a woman, let alone by a 24, 25, and 26-year-old woman. She was the first woman ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker, youngest person, male or female, ever to do it. Incredible speaker, heart-centered leader. She survived and thrived, overcoming cancer 12 months ago, having that surgery today. 12 months ago, this is her 1-year anniversary. It's Judy's birthday. It's Bella's 1-year cancer-free anniversary today. And she cares so much about pronouncing names and getting things right and exactly, because she's so proud of the fact that she had a 1.7 GPA in high school and now has a 4.0 GPA in ministerial school. And along with her cancer-free birthday is the opening of the co-working space, the ICANN co-working space in Denver, Colorado, in partnership with Unblinded. Let's welcome to this show, Judy and Andrea's show, the woman that put the heart and heart of influence in her more than 1,000th episode of the show, Bella Verita. You, young lady, are amazing. Don't freak yourself out. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We love you. Great job. Bella, over to you.
Yes, I would say, I think for the very first time ever, I wanted to leave a show and really truly contemplated of going like, I have an emergency. It's over to you and Andrea. That is like truth. And sometimes just fighting through, those challenges of self-disappointment and staying present. So my fun fact is I did not leave the show with an emergency, and I am staying with it. And here we go. And thank you all for being here. And Andrea, you really put together incredible shows with, very well-educated people. And yes, I've made, a lot of money and had a lot of success. But sometimes, my disability, sometimes Sean can't see, sometimes I can't say names right, so, but I'm honored to be here and honored that I didn't leave.
Awesome job, Bella. Bella, what you can cause is yes, which is the greatest power in the world. Please get my intro.
Which, by the way, in causing, yes, we've had about 40 people here today.
Amazing.
That's the yeses that we caused.
Beautiful job, Bella. So honestly, skip my bio. I'll just go with this. I have an incredibly unique ability to scale, build business. I'm blind. I do crazy adventurous things all over the place. I've spoken on Tony Robbins stage 19 times, Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, MasterCard, the New York State Bar, lectured lawyers across the country, the Yale Club, all of it on issues from the ability to cause yes and influence, the science of it, as well as diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. These are my spaces, my places. And most importantly, I'm grateful to be here with you and Andrea and Judy. My fun fact is I am a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski in blizzards on double black diamonds, to surf in hurricanes, and to scuba dive with shark-infested waters. So those are my fun facts. And I was surfing about a year ago when a shark bit my surfboard with me on it. Bella Verita, let's rock and roll.
Oh my God. Let's rock and roll. And we're going to kick it off with Mr. Sir James Gray Robinson.
Sir James, your beautiful growth mind, heart center, impact player, award winner, in all sorts of different beautiful ways. Stand for humanity. This is what we're doing here. Had a little bit of fun, a little bit of energy, but I believe, and I'm absolutely certain this is true, that the greatest capability people have to achieve superpower, superhuman status is their ability to cause yes, to cause people to say yes, but with integrity. So that's what the show is all about. It's a research and development laboratory where people come together, you get introductions, meet other cool people, and this is our research and development laboratory, 1,250 episodes of doing this. What does it look like that makes it look like magic when it's actually advanced science? So to illustrate this, Sir James, Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. She can be an ideal client. She could be a charitable fundraising partner. She could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, the leader of a nation, whatever it would be, that you would be causing a yes that would matter to you. It does not have to be the ultimate yes. It doesn't have to be a sale. This is not form over substance, but substance over form, to cause potentially just a longer meeting. That could be the yes you have. Sir James, please who would you like Bella to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
I'd like her to be Bella.
Sir James, that's very difficult for her, but she'll try. Bella, take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. My name is Bray Robinson. So good to talk to you.
Oh, thank you. I've heard some great things about you.
I've just wanted to make an introductory call to you. You were referred to me by one of your colleagues, but I have just started a business which plans, implements, and creates dream vacations. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a bucket list?
Not like physically written down, but kind of in my mind. Yes.
Is there like a dream vacation or a trip or an experience that you've always wanted to do, but you just never got around to it?
I would say top of my list are Australia and Ireland.
Okay, I'm just taking a survey of successful people to see if they would be interested in working with a company that specializes in making your dream come true.
I mean, why not?
Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, I won't take too much of your time because we have an interview process that we go through where we identify exactly what it is that you want to do and how we're going to plan it and how we're going to make this affordable. So would you be willing to take another call at your convenience to talk about this more in depth?
I most certainly would.
Okay, well, let's just get our calendars together and we can talk about this further because I want to make your dream vacation come true. Is that all right with you?
That is great with me.
For
Thank you.
James making dreams come true. Wonderful work. We'll come back with the feedbackers in a moment. Bella, who's following up Sir James?
Estefania.
Outstanding. Estefania, who would you please like Bella to be?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yes. What did you hear Sir James go?
Yes, I heard the call.
Yes. So did you hear my instructions to him or no?
Yeah, that's the bit that I missed. Sorry. Can you repeat the instruction?
Yeah. So you're causing a yes with Bella because that's what we do in life, right? We cause yes, and then things happen. Like Judy said, can we write a book together? I said yes, right? So what yes would matter to you? Bella will be the person on the other side of that yes. It could be for charity, it could be a client thing, it could be an impact dynamic with the leader of a nation, whatever a yes that would be valuable for you. That's what this is all about, which is everything for everybody, what it's all about. From yes for marriage, for yes for children, for yes for jobs, for yes for new work, partnerships. So please, Estefania, who would you like Bella to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
Yeah, so I would like Bella to be a potential partner to support women entrepreneurs in New York City.
Bella Verita, take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Estefania. We met at the Heart of Influence a few days ago, and I really admire your work. I really think that we have a lot in common, and I really admire your story. I would like to learn more about it and maybe explore how the fantastic journey that you've taken could support other women that might find themselves in a similar situation. I was wondering if you might be open to share your story with a group and maybe try to inspire them and guide them.
That is beautiful. I mean, I would definitely, it would be my honor and privilege. It's, what I do, but, what is your group and what is it that you want them to be inspired to do?
Absolutely. I think that these are women that really could resonate with your story. So these are women that have gone through challenges, whether that is health challenges, personal and economic disadvantages. Also, some of them are living with disabilities, and they're trying to make and build a business that is authentic to them, that really speaks to their unique values and opportunities. And So this is not a generic conversation with just any business owner. It's really with women that have faced those challenges and are trying to make those challenges an asset, both in business and in life.
That is definitely right up my alley for sure. I've definitely struggled with some disabilities and challenges, and I've overcome those in ways. So I would definitely be honored in any way.
Thank you, Bella.
Thank you.
Estefania, great work. Sure. James, great work. Bill, I'm going to go with a little pivot today since we're running a few minutes behind. And I think as we did recently in a fun innovation, Bella loves to put me on the hot seat. So I would say, let's go to the hot seat dynamic with you, Andrea, Judy, before we get to the feedbackers. So we just have that one round instead of two to bring us to a timely conclusion with everyone. So Bella, any thoughts on how you would like to put my butt on the hot seat and you and Andrew would like to do so?
I do not yet, because I did not know that before.
Yeah, okay, Andrea. So Andrea.
Yeah, so Andrea, do you have anything that you'd like to see Sean go from hello to yes on?
I could be
Yes.
Estefania, I could be Sir James or something else. But Andrea, go ahead.
Oh, well, and Sir James likes to go by Gray. So how about you role play with Gray, who is a world traveler, he's looking to make dreams come true, but he's just had a bad spell, lost all of his money, and he just wants to move into an igloo. And you're going to convince you have 3 minutes or less to cause a yes for him to partner with some locals in Antarctica to expand his igloo, to make it a dream vacation out of what he has, kind of making lemon out of lemonade.
Okay.
Lemonade out of lemons is what I meant.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Andrea, so Andrea, so what's happening? I want to make sure I'm hearing you. What I think I'm hearing you say is that that Sir James will play Gray, who has lost everything, fallen on hard times, decides he's going to just move and be by himself to Antarctica and to have a conversation about recreation from that space to create a dream vacation destination. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
That's option number 1. Do we have time for option number 2?
Yes, but quickly.
Okay. Option number 2 is you role play with Judy Katz, the birthday girl, who has to pick between Cary Grant and Harry Belafonte to escort her to a fancy wedding. And
I have one as well.
Let me hear yours. I bet yours is the best.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know if it's the best, but I think Judy may like it.
Okay.
So, and then you pick. So, or I can be Judy and Judy can be me about getting this book process going.
Okay, say it.
Would that be fun, Judy, for your birthday?
I would love it.
Okay. All right. So, hi, is Sean available? Sean?
I am available, Judy, and I'm delighted to be with you today.
Yes. Well, so first of all, Sean, thank you so much for the time. I know how crazy busy you are. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, you're amazing. I love you, Judy. You're incredible, and all those things. But please receive that. And if I could ask, though, aside from the fact that you care about me, that you want to make me happy, because I know that those are patterns that show up for you, what is really prompting you to have this 3-minute conversation? If I can ask truly, but more importantly, let me even reframe that question into, how do you think it can serve everything that you want to serve? I know you're busy. I know you might be overwhelmed at times, but how can this conversation serve the interests of everything you truly want in this mission? Please, Sean.
Well, Judy, I have made some false starts in the past with people who I thought had what it took to write my book. And I don't want this book to be a memoir of me. I want it to be about service. And just as I know Tony Robbins' first book propelled him on the world stage, I want this book to do that for me, not out of ego, but because what I teach, my mission, passion, and purpose, as people always say, thanks to you, thanks to me, it is to change the world in a very positive way. so that people listen to each other in a different way, so they interact with love. And I know you have heard many of my stories over the last 2 years that you've been part of Unblinded. I just want to make sure that you have what it takes, all due respect, to tell my story in the right way, in my voice. And that's what I'm trying to make sure will happen.
Okay. So thank you, Sean. What I'm hearing you say is you want this book to happen, that you love and care about me. You have so much respect for me and my experience, my life journey, that you never want to offend me or frustrate me. So you might be a little bit nervous and uncomfortable about beginning that journey in case there's friction, because you have such a clear vision and you've worked with people before who haven't honored that, and you're concerned that it might create that between us, and you're avoiding that because you care about me and you want to get this done, so you feel a little stuck. Am I hearing that clearly, Sean?
You're hearing it clearly, and I also want to say that you know that I'm spread thin.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that it's going to take concentration and time. And you may be prepared for that. And I hope that you are, Judy, because my time is so filled with so many different things. I just want to know that I can give of myself to tell you what you need, to give you the material that will become this remarkable book.
So, Sean, I know we're drawing close to time, and may I share a couple of things in our final 30 seconds. First, I will honor your voice. I will not compromise what I know is necessary and essential to make this the bestseller it can be and appropriately marketable. And I will commit to you to have a tremendous growth mindset and deep open heart to hear your mastery and genius combined with my mastery and genius and Tink's mastery and genius. And we'll come together to create something that will be comfortable, that will have a depth of listening and presence to it, that will make this process not only work, but also be fun and magical. So how would it resonate with you or not, Sean, for us to have one follow-up conversation for an hour, to put final details together, and to begin this journey? Because, Sean, I'm not getting younger, and you're not getting younger. You've waited long enough. The world needs this work. So what say you, Sean?
Yes, I love you, Judy. I absolutely trust you with my body.
Judy,
Yes.
out of role. Judy, how did I do as Judy? Speaking
I love you, Judy. I just wanted to be Judy, but it's okay. You did a good job. Good.
Also,
Thank you. That is super fun. So, Andrea, how did that feel for you?
oh my goodness. I secretly actually thought of that, and I should have just went for it. You are amazing. You are fantastic scenario, and no one is better than you. Sorry, everybody, but this is a master at work at in integrity getting to yes. So beautifully, beautifully done. Opening up, listening, and I just loved it. It's musical. We talked about the music of language, the music of intonation, the way you speak, and it's all duplicatable. Everybody is like music.
No,
I hope you get to read that book before my 85th birthday.
Yes.
Let's go, Judy. Let's go. So, Bella Rita, let's get to the feedbackers and get Sir James some feedback. And yes, please.
All right, let's do that. This is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback. And you said he prefers to go by Gray. You prefer to go by Gray? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Gray. So either Gray or Estefania. 30 seconds of feedback, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little next step. So is that next step, you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal then have a longer conversation. I don't think that would be that fun. Maybe that next step is a little Starbucks, little mocha chocolate. And if that's not enough time, you would rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, getting the appetizers, the main course, the dessert for the longest meeting possible. But if that's still not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private jet. Of course, pick up Judy because it's her birthday. So you obviously want her on your jet. And then Andrea Catania because we wouldn't be here without her. So how about, let's start with Rita. Rita, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Estefani?
I like the way it flowed. I felt like they were on the same page and that it was very open for discussion, that there weren't any blocks, because sometimes when you're doing a back and forth, people set up problems. And I felt like there wasn't going to be any issues like that. I felt like it was very comfortable and that I would trust both of them. I would trust Sean to do a good book. And I know with Judy, it's amazing. And I think that it came across. I think both of them came across as, very comfortable.
So Rita, thank you for that. And Rita, if you're going to have a follow-up conversation with the fine folks that are here today, would you want to have a cup of coffee, maybe go to a private room at a Capitol Grill or, Ben Benson's, which is no longer open, or Peter Luger's, or would you rather take a private jet, like to have the longest conversation? What would be your follow-up?
I'd never say no to a private jet, but I think I would make it coffee. I would make it simple, but I would want it in a place that was kind of private where you could really talk.
Beautiful. And Rita, what would you want people to know that you took away from today? If you had one headline, one sentence that you took away, if anything, from today, what would it be?
I don't know. I thought it was just very positive. I just felt like it was comfortable and positive. That there wasn't conflict built into any of this.
Awesome. Well, Rita, thank you for being here today, and we appreciate you. Wonderful work.
Thank you.
Bella, thank you.
Let's next go Linda. Linda, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Gray?
For Gray, okay, so Gray was the igloo, right? I actually thought you did a very nice job, Gray, of just being like comforting when you mentioned that you wanted to make someone's dream come true. I thought that actually that could sound authentic, or it could sound a little gimmicky, and I felt it sounded authentic. So the way you presented it, I really enjoyed that, because it was like, wow, that was a really great close. I want to make your dream come true. So Sir Gray, I thought that was wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job, Gray. Linda, what would you want people to know that you're taking away from today?
So what I'm taking away is, I seriously have a wonderful program, but I have problem like closing sales. And I have a very giving heart, and I give people a lot of valuable information. But Sean, as you were speaking as Judy, I noticed the cadence of your speech. I noticed it was very comforting. I feel like maybe I get too excited about my stuff because I love what I do and I help so many people, that I have a lot of excitement, and yet you just had this cadence that I was like hanging on to every word, and I'm thinking, wow, how is it that I might be able to change my approach in my sales, but still get that enthusiasm out there?
Linda, tears to my eyes. You're a master.
Yes.
I'm not confused. I don't say things to be nice. You're a master. Not confused. I am not confused. The more masterful people are, the more they appreciate this work. So thank you for seeing this. Thank you for your egolessness, your heart-centered growth-mindedness, immense gratitude. A couple of things that I would want to just add a little bit of value to is my daughter, Selena. I have a 24, 22, 21-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I have taught my daughter, Selena, to feed deer by hand. And it's integrous because the deer want the food and Selena wants to feed them. And I want to see the deer get fed and Selena feed them the joy it brings. So when she was 2, she would chase the deer all over the place and they would run away because there's a predator-prey dynamic. And when yes becomes at stake, now this is not a political statement, but Donald Trump would be perceived to be as aggressive as somebody could possibly be, right? Picture whomever you would see as assertive, aggressive, and that's not a political statement. I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican, right? So I analyze humans. If yes is at stake for Donald Trump, he becomes prey. So whomever the yes is at stake for, emotionally perceives themselves as prey in their survival brain. So the creation of safety, whatever man, woman, they, whatever gender dynamic, gender choice,
Oh, wow.
whatever is on the other side, is a great fear of making a fear of failure decision, because we made the wrong decision at the inception of humankind. We died looking for water. We died looking for food if we chose the wrong direction to pursue. If a woman, when physical strength mattered for survival at the dawn of humanity, made an incorrect choice of the male, she died because he couldn't protect her. So yes has a primal dynamic inside of us as life and death. So the ability to create safety is just like my daughter with the deer. She now puts her head down and she puts her hand out. And it took incredible patience for her at 2.5 and 2 3/4 and 3 to get to a point now when all the deer eat out of her hand without her head even having to be down. Because they've gained the level of trust where yes happens regularly and continuously. Lots more to unpack. That's a microscopic component of what we're talking about. But from heart-centered master to heart-centered master, I share that with you because I couldn't agree with every word you said more. The dynamic, we would call it vocal quality, right? In our space, but as you use intonation, that's what we're discussing, how essential that is for all of human communication, all of human yes. So Linda, thank you so much. And I hope that is at least reasonably helpful.
Thank you, Sean. That was very wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bella Vrita.
Let's go, Sue. Sue, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Estefany?
I'm sorry, me?
Yes.
Sue.
Yeah.
No, Sue. No, that was Dr. Susan. No, Sue, and then we'll go Dr. Susan.
Estefania, I have to say that I was so intent on trying to remember your name to everybody. It's a beautiful name. I think my takeaway from this day is that everything is, it's a great deal of positivity. You know, in a world of chaos, it's lovely to have this time to celebrate Judy, but also to celebrate positivity. And I think that there's a great deal of positivity here. So I just want to applaud that and say thank you for that.
Thank you, Sue. And Sue, this is a very astute crew here today, which includes you. And I'll share with you exactly what happened today. We've done this show more than 1,250 times. Never have we had at the outset a challenge. I mean, Bella, does suffer from dyslexia. Have we ever had a pronunciation challenge? And it was like this rising sort of friction in the dynamic that was getting awkward and challenging. My technology was off. So it was like this whole crazy clunky start to our coming together. So in the beginning, I up-leveled and said it over and over and over to create what I would call a disruption. So it's like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Is this guy showing a jerk? Like, what's happening? And it was to reset and wash away and create a refocusing of the energy, which I knew I would then bring to this place. So the reason Unblinded is a lightning bolt with a heart is because the lightning bolt resets and creates illumination. It causes something. So thank you, Sue, for recognizing that, because we believe this, that all of yes is about the loving pursuit of the relevant truth. Like Estefania should have her name pronounced correctly. Bella's doing her best, creates a weird awkwardness. But the loving pursuit of the relevant truth is incredible people are here.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a big deal. So let's reset, drop everybody back into their heart. But first, let's drop a quick lightning bolt of like, what's happening? Why is he raising his voice? And why is he saying Estefania over and over again? To create a Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder style disruption of distraction to get to the loving truth, which is that we want to find Charlies. Other people who are not Veruca, who are not Mike TV, Violet Beauregard, or Augustus Gloop, but instead Charlie. And so, like Willy Wonka, we create disruption, we run through a process, and we find each other's hearts. And so that's what I heard you say. And thank you for that. And anything else you'd like to add, Sue, other than our thanks for you being here today?
I'm actually fascinated because I will tell you honestly, I've never heard of this Heart of Influence. And I'd like to know more. I'd like to know more from you, Sean, and you, Bella, and Andrea. And it's interesting because Judy is such a game changer. So if this is celebrating her birthday, this is not a typical happy birthday to you kind of maudlin kind of thing. It's innovative, it's exciting, it's interesting, wonderful people. So Judy, you stepped up to the plate again with this to celebrate your day and your birthday. And I'm so happy to see you all and to celebrate with you.
Thank you, Sue. And thank you for being here and for who you are in the world. Miss Bellavita, please.
And next we have Dr. Susan. Dr. Susan, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Gray?
Okay. There was something in the opening statement that turned me off. It felt like, I don't know, a little canned. And then you pivoted so quickly into getting to, well, what's important for you, Bella? And how do we work with that? That it was a successful call. She really wanted to do this. And I was sort of drawn into it myself. So I thought that was interesting. I was so glad, Sean, that you said what you just said, because it helped me understand why I felt like Estefania's pitch to Bella was so, okay, no, I'm buying it, that's fine, because there was sort of a backstory there. And I'm going to squeeze in real fast. Judy, since Sean just sold himself on this book, I'm looking forward to seeing the progress on it.
Thank you. Amen to that, Dr. Susan. Appreciate you at the highest level. And again, one of the reasons, and this is something that we invite you to consider taking away as well, that we have sort of the campy, game showy dynamic between Bella and I at the beginning, is it creates this contrast dynamic of perhaps a little fun, a little light surface underestimation to then be contrasted, like any great story, with something that's profoundly deeper, which is also a dynamic of Willy Wonka and Gene Wilder. He comes out, he's silly, he's speaking fast, but there's a mission and a purpose to everything he was doing. And it was integrous, it was loving, it was impactful to find his successor for the Chocolate Factory. Right. So Dr. Susan, thank you for joining the more than 8,000 people who've been on the Heart of Influence, and appreciate you and your mastery. Thank you.
Thank you. I have to say that I learned more about successful sales conversations in the past hour than in more trainings on this than I could list if we had 6 hours. So thank you.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Thank you. Dr. Susan, the greatest salespeople in the world sell nothing, right? We bring people to choice with integrity, which is 3 components: transparency, not withholding any material facts. Second, that we seek to add more value than we will receive. And third, that the thing we propose does what we say it does, actually does that. Our cell phone's in integrity if it can send text messages and make phone calls and do all the other features that it says. Those 3 components equal integrity. We never sell anything We bring people to truth and decision. That's all. So thank you for that, Dr. Susan. Belvrita, please.
That brings us to our co-producers with Judy Katz and Andrea Cattaneo. Where would you like to go first, Sean?
I would love to hear from Judy on what she would like folks to take away from today on her birthday.
Oh, I thought you want me to give some feedback to Greg.
Sure, and yes,
I mean, okay, so here's what I have to say, and maybe I didn't. I'll just say it. I thought both of them were fantastic. I thought that Gray was wonderful, but I was left with a question. And the question I was left with, he started, if I remember correctly, talking about a partnership. And I wasn't sure if he was offering Bella some way to be a partner in his business or to be a client who would go on vacation. I just was not getting, for me, a clear picture of what his new business is. Is it a travel agency that takes people on dream trips? So I'm still like puzzled about that a little bit. Okay. As far as Estefanía, I would have liked, I thought that she was excellent. I would have liked for her to say a little bit clearer, you will be speaking on Zoom or you will be speaking live with groups. They may be small groups or they may be large groups, they may be keynote speaks, but I think that you have a story to tell and I'd like to help you find the audiences. So I just thought that could have been a little bit clearer. But, you know, I'm a writer, so I write people's speeches, so I hope I didn't offend anybody. But those were little things that were missing for me in clarity in terms of what you're offering the other person. But maybe that's what comes, as you say, in the coffee clutch or when you're sitting in a jet. So I don't know.
Well, thank you, Judy, for all that and beautiful feedback from a master. And what would you like people to know that you're taking away from today that you'd hope they would take away, Judy?
I'm going to cry because I am so moved that my friends came here. I am so intrigued by Linda and Gray and want to know, I really want to know more about you guys. And, you know, as always, Bella has my heart. She's a genius at what she does. And I feel bad about the name thing and that it went on so long. And Sean, you took care of it beautifully. And Andrea is my best friend and I love her. She just brings people together so beautifully. Thank you all for making my 84th birthday, even though I'm really 60, you know, so incredibly memorable. I really love you all so much.
Thank you, Judy. And happy birthday again to you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Just the time moment that we're at, if you wouldn't mind, we could pass over feedback and just go to what would you like everybody to know that you're taking away?
That there's nothing in the world like this. And I think we all agree that all business is built on relationships and relationships have to begin somewhere. And where else can you have a shared experience like this? The brilliance of this platform to meet people, to get to know them in a different way. And the crescendo that Sean described of starting out fun and funny, like, what is this? Is this just kind of a goofy? And then you see how much meaning there is, how much substance there is. This is hopefully a little window into why I'm making this my life and why I know that the work of Unblinded that's behind all of this is world changing. And if we have just a few more moments, Bella or Sean, over to you guys to talk about some of the complimentary gifts that we'd like to provide you with.
But first, I'd love to thank you, of course, just really quickly, we'll be complete in 3 minutes, everyone. I would love to go to Gray and say thank you. Really love the idea of the dream trip. I felt the energy, the heart, the presence of it. And Gray, what are you taking away from today that you'd like everybody to know, please?
Well, I must say that I'm totally impressed with your program. I mean, obviously, you're a sales master and you know what you're doing. I really enjoyed the concept of how to involve people in a system that benefits everybody. And so, and it's a great icebreaker because, you know, you've got all these people who've never met before, don't know anything about each other, and yet we've had a great time for an hour and 15 minutes. This is brilliant. And I've been studying this for 5 years with some of the best teachers in the world. And I can tell you, this impressed me because this is a new level of getting people involved. So I really appreciated that. I'm no stranger to NLP and ICF and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty familiar with all the dynamics, but I do love what you're doing. I think that for people who've never been exposed to this kind of thing before, and even people who have been in the business for a long time, they can learn a lot from you.
Thank you, sir. And you know, one thing we didn't say today is that Tony Robbins introduced me to his Platinum Partnership as his coach. It was a very generous statement by him. He doesn't pay me to coach him, but he was evidencing the fact that he does learn from me. And I did have the privilege of breaking every sales record from his stage for his $100,000 Platinum Partnership program, live and virtual. And that's why I've spoken on that stage 19 times. And Andrea's witnessed me up there in front of thousands of people and the things that were caused.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate that, Gray. Estefania, apologies for the name challenges in the beginning. And we appreciate you enormously. And you know what I appreciate about you, Estefania, is the ownership of yourself, the self-love, the boundaries. You're like, I want, please, you know, you're respectful, but persistent in having your name pronounced correctly. It's a beautiful thing. A lot of people would avoid, a lot of people just let it go. It matters, and it mattered. And thank you for representing how people can hold their own boundaries and self-worth. So thank you for that. And please, what would you want people to know that you're taking away from today, Estefania?
Yeah, thank you, everyone. For me, it was a really fun experience. You know, I really enjoy getting to know all of you. Such impressive backgrounds. Honestly, thank you so much for the learnings and for opening up this space for me. Bella, thank you so much for bearing with me.
No, thank you.
Honestly, it's a shared learning experience. So I really enjoyed it. I thought everyone was very welcoming, and I hope to be able to provide value and help you, all of you, in any way I can in the future.
Yeah. And so, and Estefania and everyone, one final time, what I did is because, you know, there was like stress that was in the that was present, is I took that stress and I put it on me. Because I knew we would all then recreate from there. So when I came in and I was like, you know, sharing a name and raising my voice, it created disruption and reset the focus on like, what's he doing? Like, what's happening? And I knew we'd end here. So there's also a beautiful takeaway for how we can create a disruption for friction in our families, in our businesses, in our lives, in the world. Because in the end, everybody wants to be in their heart. Truly, everyone. And just how we got there. So Estefania, thank you for the opportunity that you beautifully brought forward today. Thank you. Bella Rita, it's Judy's birthday and it's your 1-year cancer-free anniversary. Love you, and please, your final.
No, over to you. I'm just honored and grateful to be here. Andrea, phenomenal job. Beautiful to meet you all, and over to you.
Thank you. 3 quick gifts for everyone. First, we open up our world for everybody here next Wednesday. We train on influence, facts, truth. That's valuable. It's about 45 minutes. You meet some other people, but that is the least of the valuable gifts we have for you, but it's very valuable. Second is our ebook, which is not a Judy Katz, book to become a New York Times bestseller with all the entertainment value and the energy and all the emotion. There's some emotion in it, but what it is a textbook. It's a textbook on what public speaking, leadership, and management holistically and optimally can be created through. There's no book like it. I wrote it because I couldn't find it. And that's what I've been creating over the last 27 years, from jury verdict consulting disruptions to top jury verdicts I've created to the Tony Robbins stage. breaking records in charitable fundraising. I say none of those egotistically. I say this book encapsulates the group dynamic of human influence in a way that has not been captured before. Third, we have a business acceleration session. Nothing will be sold to you during that session, nothing. But that session, if this resonated, and it's something like here, that session will be the beginning of blowing your mind. And again, nothing sold to you in that business acceleration session. That's a gift from Judy on her birthday, and Andrea as well. We thank you all, love you all, and appreciate you all. Thank you also for going overtime. I thought it was appropriate and worth it because this is such a sophisticated group, and we had beautiful opportunities to have something caused today. I believe it was caused. I end every show by saying this. Thank you to everyone, particularly Judy, Andrea for creating today, Bella co-hosting, all you being here. And I may be physically blind, which I am blind. Can't see anything in front of me. But I'm certain the possibilities for acceleration sit right in front of us. Our financial abundance, time freedom, and our impact in the world, they sit right here. But at some level, I know this also to be true. At some level, we are all blind. Bella?
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Happy
so
birthday,
much.
Judy. Happy anniversary,
Take
Bella.
care.
Love you,
Lots of
Andrea, and
love.
all.